Hey, this is Luci McMonagle, and I am now going to, I just am playing with Facebook on my new app, and I'm in my new backyard. Probably can't see it. Oh, look at that. I guess you can see it a little bit. So, I wanted to talk a little bit about how to really start trusting your mystical powers. And I wanted to talk about how you can start really making some movement in your life and how you can start making movement in your business, more importantly. So if you don't know who I am, if you're just catching me, or if you're watching this replay, my name's Luci McMonagle, and I am the Mystic Wealth Creator. I'm a visionary entrepreneur. And some people ask me, well, what exactly do you do? What does a mystic entrepreneur do? And what I do is basically I help individuals that are up to something big in this world, that want to create a legacy, that are ready to start moving forward in their life and in their business. But they're hitting obstacles. They're getting stuck. They're starting to bump up against walls. So I help them break free from those. And one of the ways that I help individuals break free from those obstacles is they learn how to utilize their mystical powers, and they learn how to start trusting them. So I'm going to give you 3 quick tips on how to trust your mystical powers, and I'm going to keep it really, really short because I just moved into my new house on Monday, and I am expecting some individuals that are going to be dropping off some wonderful gifts for my water purification system and my reverse osmosis system. So the very first tip is, first you have to really start looking at what is your mystical power, because you can't learn to trust something if you don't know what it is. And it's very easy to find because it's been with you all of your life. It's something that other people tell you that you do so naturally that you don't even think about it. Some of the mystical gifts is maybe you're really good at organization. Maybe you could be really good at seeing individuals when they come up to you. You know what their answers are. You actually know things that you might not know. Other things that can be telltale signs that you have mystical powers and mystical gifts is you're really good at solving problems or puzzles. Other telltale signs is you have to write, or you have to do something with words or writing or some type of transcriptions, etc. So when you start looking at trusting your mystical powers, first you have to understand that things that are natural to you are your mystical powers. And when you start looking at it that way, you're like, oh, okay, now I can start understanding how I can start moving forward, because I didn't realize that that was something that was so easy. The other thing is you might want to consider your intuition as a mystical power. Now, everybody has intuition. There's not a single person that's here on this earth that does not have intuition. Now, some of you might not understand it as intuition. Some of you might actually wonder what that is. And your intuition is that gut instinct, that knowingness, that sense that you actually are moving forward in your life. And you also have a sense that, like let's say you're walking down the street and all of a sudden you just don't feel right intuitively. And so instead of just trying to pass it off and saying, oh no, it's just my mind making wild accusations and stuff going on, look at how your intuition can protect you. Look at how your intuition can save you, and look at how you're able to utilize it. So to start trusting and learning to use this mystical power, which everybody has, is start writing down circumstances and evidences that have helped you with knowing what was a circumstance. So what I mean by that is, let's say you naturally move forward and your intuition is telling you, maybe you should take a different ride home. And you decide to do that, and then you actually come upon circumstances that are a little strange. And that circumstances led you to meet so-and-so, and this person introduced you to another person. Other times is when you listen to your intuition and you start trusting your mystical abilities, is you actually start paying attention to what's going on. Now, some of the people, I just got a message, hi. You want to know what the water sound is? Actually, I don't know if you can see that. It's my water fountain right there. So just wanted to let you know what that water sound was. It's a water fountain that actually self-fills. So trusting your intuition is very important for you to start trusting all of your mystical powers. The second step is to make sure that you start valuing your mystical powers. Start looking for ways that you can start loving yourself, start caring about yourself, and start being able to really be okay with who you are and what you look like physically for what you look like now. Individuals that start loving themselves more, start having more confidence, start having more abilities to trust their mystical powers, and they also start having more and more mystical experiences. So the final thing that I wanted to talk about in order for you to truly start trusting your mystical powers is to be easy on yourself and understand that you don't have to be Superwoman or Superman. You can start trusting your intuition, you can start trusting your mystical powers, and you can start moving forward. But you don't have to do it in such a way that you're struggling and you're pushing and you're pulling. It's natural. There's a flow of life. There's the flow of your mystical powers and the development of them. So that's really important, to use those 3 steps. The evidence journal, start loving yourself, and be easy on yourself. Now, this next one is a bonus one, and it's to really start playing with your creativity. Play with your ability to utilize your mystical powers. You might discover in a meditation that your mystical power could be a wand, or it might be a staff or a scepter. And as you start playing with your mystical gifts, they develop more and more and more. So I really appreciate you hopping on here. If you didn't catch me from the beginning, please go back to the beginning and let me know, what is your mystical gift? What have you discovered in your life that you just do so naturally, or that other people tell you you do naturally? And I would love to hear what you have to say. Put your comments below, and I will check on the comments. And if you would like to actually have a consultation with me to see if we can discover what your mystical gifts are, feel free to go to my website with chatwithlucy.com. So until next time, abundant blessings.